Welcome to the reedreport, man. I feel like it's been so long since I've done one of these. I've been so busy with work and everything, so it's good to be back in front of you guys. Thank you guys for taking this time to hear me out. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to leave a comment at the end of the video to tell me your opinion on this whole situation. Pretty much just getting around to it because I've been, again, just trying to balance so much. Just came from camping, great church camping trip. That was fun. And just work in general. But of course, today we are here to talk about Ben Simmons. Now, we know what happened during the Philadelphia 76ers playoff run this past season, postseason. The Sixers, it all pretty much came to a head in the second round against the Hawks. Ben Simmons underperforming, passing up layups, easy buckets, not having great fourth quarters, being taken out of the game because he won't shoot, can't make a free throw. And of course, when you are in the public spotlight, when you are, have the status of an NBA player and in his, I would say, somewhat of a superstar. I don't think he's the superstar caliber of a LeBron or a KD or anything like that, Giannis, but Ben Simmons is somewhat of a superstar. I'll just put it like that. So there's going to be scrutiny. There's going to be people criticizing you. There's going to be the memes. There's going to be all of that. That's what comes with the territory. Sometimes people take it too far. Of course, no one should condone that, but people do and don't care. But there's going to be scrutiny. Everybody makes jokes about his not shooting free throws and things like that. He was the butt of so many jokes after that and even during it. But yeah, I think it's finally come to a head because he has, it's been announced today that he doesn't plan on playing another game for the Sixers, doesn't plan on wearing a uniform again, and he wants to be moved. He wants out of there. I don't know, of course, if he doesn't if he's telling them that he's not going to show up for training camp or anything like that, he doesn't have any leverage. He can't really go up to them and tell them where he wants to go, because if you're not working with them and you don't want to, I don't know if he's not taking their calls, but I would assume so. He's not taking their calls. He's not in a position to tell them, hey, this is where you need to move me. So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. But the thing I really wanted to talk about today, I don't know where Ben Simmons is going to go. Of course, the Lakers are going to be in the jokes of maybe he'll land there because the Lakers have gotten everyone this during the offseason. But of course, he's not going to go to the Lakers. He's not going to go to the Clippers because then you would, it's not possible to go to the Clippers because they've given up so much draft capital to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and you're not going to get rid of either one of those guys for Ben Simmons, I don't believe. So he's not going to go to the Clippers. Maybe the Warriors. They have some picks they can throw at him. They got Kelly Oubre and, things like that. They got some people they can throw at him. And, looking at the situation now, I remember I was telling one of my buddies at the beginning of all this whole Ben Simmons trade rumors that if the Warriors want to try and get Ben Simmons, they would probably have to give up Klay Thompson. And he said the trade doesn't have to involve Klay Thompson. And he's right. He's absolutely right now. Because when you look at everything's going on, I'm sure Philly is just desperate to move him, but they want to make sure they're being fairly compensated if he's not there. They're in a situation where, and I guess I said I don't know where he's going to go, but I'm talking about it, so I'll just go there before I get to the main point. They're in a situation now to where they have to move this guy because he don't want to play, and they are in a situation to where they need to win now. They can't give up Ben Simmons and start the process all over again. They can't. So they have to be compensated with something of value, something that's going to put them in a position to where they can still compete this season. Because of course we know they don't have patient fans. They said trust the process. They tanked for all those seasons and they finally almost had something going. But it's been a disappointment because, throughout these last few years, like I say, I think 2018, they've been a playoff team. Ever since then, they have not made it to an Eastern Conference Finals, let alone an NBA Finals, but they have not even made it to the conference championship. So they really need to put themselves in a position to where they're getting something back to where they can compete now. And I don't know where they're going to get that from. Just trying to think of teams who have something. I don't know if they'll try and trade him to Minnesota to get Cat. I don't think that's going to happen because, Boogie and AD work, but will Embiid and Cat work? Karl Anthony Towns, of course. So maybe they'll trade him somewhere he doesn't want to be, but no, I don't think they'll do that because, like I said, they need something to where they can win down Toronto. Maybe they think Pascal Siakam or some pieces out there. I'm not sure where he's going to go, but looking at this situation, I don't know every detail. Of course, I'm not there. I don't have insiders there or anything. I'm not one of those people who have inside scoop on this stuff. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe one day, but when you look at it from the perspective that we see on the internet, it appears that Ben Simmons is being unprofessional by saying he's not going to report to work because regardless of what people think, this is a job. He's being paid millions of dollars to do this job. He's saying he doesn't want to play for this team again. He don't want to work for them again. He's not going to report to training camp or anything like that. So he looks unprofessional on the surface. And when I see this whole situation play out the way it is, I'm like, yo, the owners of these teams and the NBA in general, the commissioner, Adam Silver, alien face guy, Adam Silver, they are looking at this like, we can't continue to let this happen, let these players do this. Because we seen this with James Harden last year. He came out in the press conference and said, yo, it's clearly not working. It's not working. We're not good enough. And that was basically, or get me out of here. We saw, and he got traded to the Nets, somewhere he wanted to be. I don't know if it's going to be like that for Ben Simmons. But then again, like I said, if you trade him somewhere, Philly needs to trade him somewhere to where they can get something back instantly to help them compete for a championship, because Brooklyn ain't going nowhere. Milwaukee's still there. I'm not sure how much better Atlanta is going to get. I don't know if that Eastern Conference Championship run was a fluke, but there's still people out there in the East, man. The main two teams, Brooklyn and Milwaukee, and they're not going to make it easy for Philly. So Philly got to get something back immediately and not some draft capital to where they are, rebuilding for the future because Joel Embiid is then probably going to become disgruntled and he's going to probably want out. So you're going to create a whole nother situation if you're not getting something back instantly. But like I said, this whole thing with him not saying he's not going to show up, the owners, of course, they are going, I don't know when the next bargaining agreement is, but they're going to put some things in place that are going to prevent these athletes from being able to do that. And I was going to say Anthony Davis, pretty much did the same thing as well. His agent came out, spoke on his behalf, saying AD wants to be traded to the Lakers, telling them where he want to be. And he got there. That with the power they have, the owners who employ pretty much Adam Silver, they are going to be, they are going to have some things in place to where these players are not going to be able to do this going forward when the next bargaining agreement come up. And I think it's coming up soon. Don't quote me on that. But because this is it's embarrassing for, the organization to be put in this position. And again, I never feel too bad for them because they do dirty things as well. They do things as well that's underhanded and it's not fair to the players. Both sides pretty much play like this, and that's just the case, and that's how the situation is. But it's a crazy situation. So yeah, they're going to be put in a position to where they feel they need to take back power from the players, because right now it's looking like the players have all the power, and that they are just in the background fuming over things like this. Players who are under contract openly being able to come out and say they wants to be traded to this team. They don't want to show. They're not going to show up for work, and it's an embarrassing position for the team owners, because that's not something you want from your employees, so to speak. Your $1 million employees who you are employing. So there's going to be a lot of pressure under Adam Silver to make things right for the people that employ him. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this situation. Of course, things are going to continue to unfold because training camp is probably, I think, less than a week away. The NBA season is not far off because the regular season starts in late October, so it's pretty much almost here and around the corner, and I'm here for it. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Again, I'm not sure where Ben Simmons is going to end up, because what is the best spot for him? Who is most likely to give Philly something that will help them to compete now? Dallas, I don't know what Dallas have, but Dallas haven't done anything in the offseason. Boston, again, I don't know. We'll continue to follow it. I'll continue to, look at this and monitor it for you guys that are looking at the Reed Report. And I do appreciate you guys for following the Reed Report. Thank you guys. Be sure to leave a comment. Tell me where you think Ben Simmons will end up, how you think this situation is playing out, what you think about it. I do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, we will see you soon. Panthers are 2-0. Peace.